All right, people, what's going on? What's going on? The Painful Truth every Thursday night alongside tonight. I got a special guest tonight, people. We're going to have a great conversation. I decided, of course, on this particular topic to bring Mike, the advisor, the relationship guru. We're going to talk about high-valued men. What is a high-valued man? Because, again, we got this world right now. Everybody believes they're high valued. A lot of people are having problems, of course, dating because, again, I get it. Kevin Samuels has made everyone believe they're high valued. So tonight we're going to have a great conversation about what is a high value man. As you guys know, every Thursday night at 9 p.m. This is the Painful Truth. Make sure you put your comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys understand this is the Painful Truth. The truth hurts sometimes. But we got to talk about real life, real discussions. And, of course, as you guys know, we're real people. It's your boy, Bobby from Mentourme.com. I got Mike, the advisor, alongside as we talk about this great topic. What is a high-valued man? We got a lot of men running around calling themselves high-value. We got a lot of single women in this world asking themselves, where's the value? At the end of the day, they don't see the high part about the man. So we want to get that clarification in tonight. What is a high-value man? And I brought my good friend, Mike, the advisor, the relationship guru himself. We're always having these personal topics. Yeah, we're going to just have some fun tonight. People, let's first ask a question. Mike, as you know, tell a little bit, let everybody know who you are, and let's really get that flowing right now. Like, who are you, Mike? You know, why do you feel this topic is important? Talk to me, Mike. Mike, the advisor in the building, people.
What's going on, everybody? First off, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you great. I hear you good.
All right, perfect. Now, I'm at the house. I'm not in the office, so please excuse the setup. But first thing is, my name is Mike, and I'm actually by day I'm in finance. Let's just say that. I advise a lot of wealthy people on what they should do with their money. Very simple, nothing too crazy. But this topic I think is important because I think it's good to get the perspective correct, right, on what exactly it is and what's not.
Now, a lot of people might think high value naturally just goes with a high paid man. Now, I want to first ask this question to you, like high value versus not high earner. How do you feel about? Because again, just because you make a lot of money or you don't make a lot of money, are you high valued or less of a high valued individual based on the amount of money you make? What's the income cap? What's the income minimum? You know, how do we even say what is high value in monetary format? Let's really talk about it. What is high value?
Here's the thing. Here's what I believe. Okay, there's only a small percentage of people who make considered high value money, right?
Okay.
And what I mean by that, especially the men. So when women are looking at this, not every man you're going to meet is going to be is going to have, Yo Gotti money. Not everybody's going to be a baller, okay? And it's just statistically fact. There's only a small percentage who actually make those high amounts of dollars.
Fact.
So
understood.
And those that we know. So I wouldn't focus too much. Well, definitely income is important, but I wouldn't focus too much on exactly the amount as to where that amount is going, right? So it's not what you make, is what you keep, as we all know, right?
Fact.
So you can make 75, you can make 80, you can make 100, and you still seem like somebody who's making 20. So I say that because a person who I believe, especially as men, because I deal with them a lot of wealthy men who make $3 million a year and they're technically check to check, right? And those are big checks, but
what about a man who's making 50,000?
There you go. That's who I want to speak to. So the guys who are making 50,000, I mean, and most men that girls are going to meet make that. So I think what they need to look at is how the money is spent. First off, does everything on that person's body scream, millionaire or billionaire or baller, rapper? That's the first indication. Why? Because a high value man has values and morals and things that they stand on. So
facts.
If all you see is, Louis, Prada, Gucci, not saying the man can't buy those things, but what as a woman you want to think is, where is that man's, priorities aligned? And where do I fit into that picture? Because, think about when a man is courting a woman, eventually they're going to, settle down and be with somebody.
Right.
The question becomes now, is he still going to expect to dress head to toe, straight Gucci with our 3-year-old or, our newborn son or our newborn daughter, especially knowing what they make. So I believe spending $700 on a pair of shoes versus $700 towards, savings or investment is where, as a girl gets to know a man, should be looking for. So first things first is obviously looking at, where he's spending his money, how he's managing it. The girl really won't know that in the beginning. So I don't want to, get too deep into that. But it is something to look at. So not so much more so as to how much he makes, but how much he actually is keeping. What does the savings look like? Does he save? What is his philosophy on money? You ask those questions, I would suggest for a woman when they first meet the man. When you get every check, how do you normally invest your money?
So how he manages his money is very essential to being high valued, right?
Correct.
So, okay.
Because that means he has a plan.
So in your mind, and I get where you're coming from, if a man makes, let's say, $300,000, he is not automatically high value because we don't know how he manages his money, what type of assets he owns, where is he in life. So that doesn't naturally put a man at high value. But also, if he's $50,000 a year, that doesn't put him at low value.
It depends. It depends.
I mean, let me hear what your depends, because you just stated how he manages his money. So if he making $50,000 a year and he manages his money right, there's a chance he could be considered high value.
No, that is correct. Because of his. Let's look at just the simple word, high and value, right?
Yeah.
So the perfect line everybody's quoting right now is the Jay-Z line, right? The cost of everything, but the value of nothing, right? So the question is, what is the value that person puts on their money? Just because you make 300, like you said, doesn't mean that you're high value. Why? But here's the problem. Guys who make 300 are very far few in between. So they kind of fall on that spectrum of high value by default because they can fund the lifestyle based on the income coming in. But if all that money that comes in comes right out,
makes a lot of sense.
If it comes in and comes directly back out, then it's like, are you really, living off 300? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you using that?
I see where you're going.
Because I see a lot of people who do that.
We're on The Painful Truth. The topic tonight is, what is a high valued man? What we're starting with is again, income. Just because you make a whole bunch of money, you're making $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year, that doesn't naturally put you in a high value status. Now, we also got to think about this too. Just because you make $50,000 a year, that doesn't put you in a low value status. Because a lot of us just go straight into monetary. And Mike is making a great point. Now, Mike, here's my thing, right? Hypothetically, you're managing your money.
Okay.
You're making $1 million a year, or your net worth is $1 million. At that point, you're naturally saying that person is high value. They're a high value. Or is there more characteristics we got to look at?
I think definitely income is one. The income is important because don't get me twisted. If just because you got a man who makes 50 doesn't mean he's automatically high value either.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted. Yeah. Because here's the thing. The man should be making 50 now, which is most people. But the goal is, what is his goal to make more? Is that a sound decision? Is that goal, does that plan that he has in place to make, double his 50 to 100 or to 200? Is that plan something that sounds reasonable? Even if you don't have to be an expert to know that, like, for example, he could be cutting grass or whatever he does to make his 50. and then he says, when she asks the question in 3 years, where do you see yourself? I want to be making $1 million a year as a lawn person. Then it's going to be like, okay, not that you can't do that. What does that plan look like? Are you going to build a franchise? Or are you just going to physically cut every piece of grass and try to make $1 million a year? So I think that the plan that man has to increase his income is important, which tells you the value. Because at the end of the day, no matter what the category is, I believe the value eventually is going to come from the mental state, right? How does that man think? Because a lot of guys, the rich, the poor,
you're talking. Yeah, it's true.
All
mindset.
Money comes and goes, right? So you can make 100 today and lose 100. You can make 100,000 next month and lose that 100. The question becomes now, what is his mindset with that money? Which is why I say how he manages it, because if he believes in showing off and blinging with the money, it may not last long. It's like the lottery people,
So your thing. So let me get this right. In reality, the man has to be goal oriented. He has to have vision. He has to be able to. Let's talk about leadership. Let's really think about this, okay? Because if you're making money, you're a high valued man. Right. I would assume leadership is very important because not only you're leading your family, you're leading maybe a wife, you're leading kids or a child. So leadership, how do you feel about that? Because that's so important. Because we always just go to the money aspect. As long as he got the bag, as long as he's making money, as long as because people have this thing, it's true, like once they hear a man say he make 100,000 or he make 80,000, he's automatically successful. He's automatically high value. You're right.
Right.
Some women think 50,000 is high value. Some women think 300,000 is high value. And you got some women that think 2, 3, 4, 5 million is high value.
Right.
But what you're essentially saying is not just about the money, it's also about the mindset. Now, if you're going to have that type of mindset, I would assume you have leadership skills. Why 100%. Is leadership so important to becoming a high value man?
Let me do this then. Instead of leadership, let me say this. When it comes to high value men, they tend to normally be an alpha male. And when women hear alpha male, they think, oh, he's bossy, he's this. No. What I mean by alpha male is someone who makes decisions quickly and is very slow to change them. What do I mean? They say, okay, they're going to lead, right? We're going to go here for dinner, and that's it. Or we're going to make this plan, A, B, C is going to be the plan, and that's it. Being decisive, being able to make a decision and stand on the decision.
Some women might find that as controlling, Mike. We got women in this world that feel that could be controlling. A man always telling me what to do. Is that controlling or is leading?
No, you're not telling her what to do. You're leading the team.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Okay.
So you're telling both, this is what we're going to do. You get what I'm saying? So not saying that everything goes down to what I say. What I mean by that is that being able to just make decisions on anything, whether it's the main thing that we know women cannot make decisions on is what to eat, right? That's automatically fact.
So hold on, women don't know. Women don't know how to pick restaurants.
They don't know how to pick restaurants. They don't know.
Women, I want to hear your comments below. Is this true or not?
No. They don't need to comment. They don't know how to pick food.
Women are very indecisive when it comes to picking restaurants. When it comes to picking, they always want to go out, but they don't know what plate of food or they don't know what restaurant to go to. They're very. I want to hear your comments below because the topic about tonight is what is
we know that already. We know that already.
Does leadership matter? Right now, that's what we're talking about. How important it is for a man to make decisions in the relationship.
Right.
Let's really think about that for a moment. So, Mike, let's think about this, right? You're leading a home. You're making decisions. Is humbleness important at all? Being humble, you make a certain amount of money. You're leading a home. You're making decisions. How important is it for that individual to be humble? Because I see a lot of women, I get it. They got these individuals that got a lot of money, but how is the humbleness playing inside the family, inside the relationship? How important is that?
I mean, you should always definitely the man. I mean, I wouldn't say the man, but any person and definitely should always be, should be humble. But there's a degree to that because, how much alpha male do you know that are humble, right? Like, is Michael Jordan humble? Is LeBron James humble? They may seem humble and have.
I mean, I ain't never met him.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying as what we see on TV. So it's like when you're obviously if you're pursuing to be the best at something or you are the best at something, which is making money, right? They're not really going to be that humble. You know what I'm saying? They obviously normally they're not.
So anybody. So you're saying as a person, not to cut you off. If a person makes money, they're normally not humble. If women who want men that makes more money, 200, 300, 400,000 women, or hypothetically, you want a man who makes $1 million, are you ready for the disrespect based on what Mike
There you go.
There's going to be some disrespect.
But here's the thing, man. We got to get out this
makes
disrespect.
A lot of money. That's what Mike is saying. Is this true or not? Let me hear your comments below, people that you will buy from Mentourme, man. Let me hear
I don't want to say it's a disrespect thing, right? I think it's a for example, Bobby, you're driving the car.
Yeah.
Your girl's in the passenger seat. You guys know where you're going. You're going to Houston's. You're going to J. Alexander's, whatever. You already know how you're going to get there. She's telling you how to get there. No, make a left here. Baby, I'm just going to keep going straight. Make a left here. The problem is she's not in the driver's seat. When she's in the driver's seat, she drives and gets there how she wants to get there. So it's knowing how to play your role at certain positions, right? Knowing your position in the relationship. You're either going to be a man or you're going to be the woman. And there's nothing wrong. Some men are the women in the relationship. Some women are the men in the relationship. It shouldn't be that way, but that's what it is. But when you're dealing with a high value man, you're not going to be in the driver's seat all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because you're with a high value man. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? He's He's a person that knows what's going on. He's driven. He knows where he's going, where he wants to go, and what he has plans for his family. He can always
100%.
take input from his wife and from his girl, but a man that's high value, he's not going to be as passive, or he's not going to be a beta male. He's going to be like, okay, maybe, all right, that's what you want to do. All right, that's not the type of guy.
You're saying high value men usually are alpha males. A person that has a lot of money, a person that leads, usually are alpha males, not beta.
No, yeah, 100%. Usually, because why?
They have to make a Russell, the whole Sierra husband.
Yeah.
What is he? A alpha or a beta?
I would say here's why I'm gonna give him alpha, right? But we're gonna transition.
No, that's some bullshit. Earlier you said he's a beta.
No.
Explain it. That's how you said. Earlier you was like he's a beta.
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Listen to what I'm saying. To be in the National Football League, right?
Yeah.
There's a small percentage. Let's just say 2% of 100 people, or of 1,000 or a million people, get into that to play at a high level. By default, you're alpha because of your performance. Secondly, you're leading a team. He's not just a quarter. He's not just like, running back or anything. He is the engine of that football team. So he's throwing the ball. He's making decisions, split decisions. So by default, in that aspect, as a man, which him being a football player is who he is, right? Most men are who they are based on what they do. Their job is who they embody, right? By default, he's alpha for that. But what I was saying earlier, the reason why he made a beta move, right?
Yeah.
The reason why he made a beta move, just my opinion, right? And it's not just mine. It's
No, it's your goddamn opinion. It's your opinion. Don't try to bring people to that shit. It's your opinion. Go ahead.
A lot of guys understand this, but he made a beta move because not because he got with Sierra. It's because he got with Sierra after she had a child, and she brought something to the table. She brought some baggage. He didn't, right? Not saying that that's a wrong thing to do.
Hold on, slow down, Trick Daddy. So hold on. Let's answer Felicia's question, and I want to understand what that statement when you say a child is baggage. I want to understand that statement.
Oh, I got a whole bunch of answers for that.
So with those type of men, what exactly are they looking for?
In a woman.
That question for me a little bit, like
in a woman. She said what they're looking for in a woman is what she said.
Okay, what they're looking for in a what? What are they looking for, Mike? You want to answer that?
Very simple. They want a woman who doesn't have a whole bunch of talk back. Listen. Just go watch a Kevin Samuels video. That's exactly what they look for.
Hold on, Mike. We got to be fair about this. See, here's the problem, right? With women, right? Here's the problem. If a woman is opinionated, she's talking back. So it's like some men want women to just be silent and just fucking muted. So
no, that's not the case. That's not the case. That's not the case. But you got to understand, it's not the case. That's not the case. What it is
so say yes to everything.
No, that's not the case. No. You're supposed to have an opinion. That's the point of being with a high value man. That's the woman he wants. Somebody who's gonna think. Because you're not gonna teach the kids to just say yes to everything, baby. Just like your dad. No, They don't want you to say yes to everything. Have an opinion, of course. But what they're going to be looking for, and this is just what I know as a man and what I've seen many men do, and why so many men end up not staying with certain types of women is because men like peace. That's all we care about, right? Especially a high value man. A high value man is never going to be in the house all day. He's not going to be with you to sit up and watch Netflix all day. He may be in the house all day, but not up under you all day. So he may be in that room under that laptop on a phone call, on a conference call, in a course, learning something. He's going to be building.
He's being productive.
He's 24/7 because that is all he cares about. The
so
woman.
He don't care about the woman because you say all he cares about is being productive. So he doesn't care about the woman.
Yeah, but is that wrong? Because when the light bill don't get paid, or you just a bum.
So hold on, Mike.
When it's time to go out to dinners, they're not. Nobody else is pulling out the wallet but the man. So you have to understand is that of course he's with his girl. Obviously he's gonna spend time, but realistically he's not gonna have as much disposable time as the basic man. A basic man is somebody who's gonna clock in at 9 and clocking out at 5. All right, babe, it's all about you now. That's not what those alpha male do. That's not what those high value men do, because if it was easy, everybody would do it. Do you think LeBron got to a level to where he can spend more time with his kids, but on the way up, he didn't have time to be talking all the time and being up under he was in practice. He was running suicides. You get what I'm saying? So that's the same thing as men in the streets.
So hold on, we got Valicia say she wants to elaborate. So, okay, a lot of women want stability. A lot of women want men who can lead. A lot of men want men who are humble. Now you're telling me, hold on, they get that man. Yeah. You're telling me the man is not going to have time for them. The man also don't want baggage, which the baggage is kids.
Well, what
does the man want as high value? Like, what the hell does he want?
Well, think about it. The man's eventually gonna want kids, right? So think about it. I'm high value, right?
Okay, I get it.
I make $1 million a year.
Cool.
I'm at a bar at Blue Martini.
Mike, let's go back. We got to be more realistic. I'm high value. We got to talk to the crowd we're talking to.
Okay, I make 100,000 a year. No, I make 100,000 a year. Between 100 to 150 is what I make, right? So anywhere between $8,000 to over $10,000 a month gross income from my job. Okay, cool. I make that type of money. I'm at a bar. I don't have any children. I'm handsome. I'm in shape. Okay, cool. There's two different women.
Please explain the two.
No, there's two different women, right? They're both at the bar. Both at the bar looking at you, checking you out. One comes up to you, you talk to her for about 5 minutes. Hey, my name is such and such. My name is Becky. Becky is, nice and slender. She's in shape. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Very pretty. And she has no children. Let's just keep it that simple. Nothing else past that. Not if she goes to school, she got a job. Just that. Then I got, I have Jennifer, whatever, or Monique, whatever. Let's just say, right? Yeah. And she's beautiful, gorgeous as well, and she has a child. No problem. 8 years old, 9 years old. Okay, cool. 3 years old, whatever. They both look equally well. If I'm gonna pick somebody that's never had a child before. The reason why is this. Which one of them are bringing more to the table? I'm not talking about your job, your education.
That's some bullshit. Hold on.
Here's why. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Can the girl with what can the Jennifer, the one that doesn't have a child, bring to the table? She's never had a child before. You can have her you guys can have that experience together for the first time.
Understood. I get it.
That's a big reason. The second one, the 8-year-old, damn, who this? Mommy, who's he? You got to deal with that. Then you have to deal with you're not first. You're not priority. So if her child doesn't have nobody to stay with, I can't see you today. Jennifer's free whenever. That's second. Third, we go out to eat. Nobody's there with the child got to come. The guy who makes money doesn't care about the meal for the child, the $10, $20 meal.
Okay.
It's not about that. It's understanding that, damn, that's an additional thing that I got to be saying I want to do. I don't want to, most high value men don't want to be stepfathers. It's not that women with children can't get high value men. That's not the case.
I don't know. I got
most. Most. I'm not saying all, and nothing is absolute. So what do I mean is, just because you know somebody or you may be with somebody in that situation doesn't mean that it's absolute. It just means that the majority, I'm not gonna choose that. I've been through it on both ends. I've been with women who've had kids, and I've had women who haven't had kids, and I've had better experience with women who haven't had kids. That's just what I'm saying.
Let's really think about this, okay? When you're meeting women in their late 20s, in their 30s, majority have a child. Now, if the woman is a great woman, I think it's important to be selfless. If that's a qualification you have within you as a high-valued man, I'm willing to admit, I look at life like this. I'll take a woman with one child. Now, there's rules to this. I'll take a woman with one child as long as there's rule number one, there's no drama within the father and the child.
Okay.
And of course, the baby mother.
Okay.
Rule number two, the individual has to be financially stable. Because I don't have time to play games of unfit and drama. That's just too much. Especially when you're a high-value man.
When you said the individual needs to be financially stable, who are you talking about? The woman or the baby daddy?
I would say with the woman, I'm going to tell you why. When I say financially stable, it's not like I'm coming after her money. But I need an individual who at least understands fundamentals, got some savings, got something in order, got a career. Because you got to understand, I get the point that you're trying to come with. Like, is it fair to a man who prioritizes life, he's coming with no children to the table, to take a woman with one child or several children that was not his responsibility or his liability, and take on top of that drama, if there is? It's not fair. So for me, I look at life, I got to be realistic. In the late 20s, we're at a different age right now. In the late 20s, early 30s, even in 30s, women are going to have kids. A lot of women are having kids.
Yeah.
Now, to me, I got rules for myself. If the woman has a career or is stable financially, don't have drama with the baby father, I'm willing to take on that individual with one child. I'm not doing two. I'm not doing three. I'm not doing four. I'll take on one because I feel personally that's a lot to take on. And I look at life, that's not fair to me. That's
but look at all the other requirements you have. Right? Meaning she got to have her bread up, right? She got to have some savings. We just Google it. The statistics of people who have $500 for an emergency, especially women, is very low. It's not that they don't make money. It's just the stats. We're talking about generalizations, a population of people. So I'm saying majority. So for example, when you just said
popping, baby.
You just named out all the perfect situations, right? You named out the perfect, no big daddy, no issues, all this other stuff. Okay, cool. That's fine. Now the question becomes, are you going to want to have another child with that girl?
If she's comfortable having another child,
No. Not what she wants. I'm asking you as the man. Do you want to have another child with that girl?
100%. See, here's my thing, right? I don't feel if a person has a child, it's a problem. If they have a child, one.
Okay.
It's how the child is being managed and who the person is.
Meaning
That's
the woman.
What makes a difference in my perspective as a high-valued man.
You talking about the woman?
Yeah, it depends on how the child is being managed, and also where is she financially in life. And don't get me wrong, Harry said a good point. Nobody want to deal with a badass shit of somebody else. That's true.
Bro, Harry, please.
I had all that stress for what reason? I don't have to.
Okay, let's look at this. It's very simple, guys. It's very simple. Especially for men, it's very simple. Even for women. Any one of us, male or female, we're going to a car lot. You used to have a car shop, a dealership.
Yeah.
The car that everybody wants is the one that first looks the best. That's what we go off of. Damn, that thing look nice. The second most important thing under that is it gonna last? So how many miles is on that car and how old and new is it?
Look,
so now I'm gonna pick a brand new i8 or I'm gonna pick a 1985 3 Series BMW with 300,000. Nobody's gonna pick that.
We gotta be fair about it.
No. You have to understand. Think about it. Life is not fair, Bobby. There's no such thing as fair. There's all about making sense and making sacrifices. So if you're going to be with somebody that does have that, whether male or female, that's fine. Just understand what you signed up for, right? Don't go with the person, go and add more children, and then don't commit to the situation. Meaning, just because you hit a bumpy road, we didn't have the same, love language, or we didn't, we just wasn't right for each other. You get what I'm saying? Because you're not helping nobody doing that. Especially the kids, because especially for her or him, what does it look like bringing stepmom and stepdad around all these times in their life? So they have to be more intentional. So if you're going to be with her, the question is, are you just dating her, or are you going to be with her to marry her? Because you don't want to be a stepdad for just a season.
My thing is this, right? I get what you're saying. There's a lot of men now that, and Valencia, I get where you're coming. I'm gonna answer this question too.
That's why I was just talking about the men. If the men came with Valencia, kids, same thing.
What can you say if the role was turned around? I want to answer that question first before I continue. Women are very different. They're emotional. A man can have 4, 5, 6 kids. There's a lot of women, now I'm saying this on a real aspect, due to vulnerability, knowing the nigga ain't shit, knowing the man is not shit, and take on that responsibility. Then here's what's funny. Later on, complain they don't have time to do anything. But you got to understand what we're talking about here. You're right. Women, y'all take on roles that a man would never take on. Like I said, I'm willing to take on one child.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Child. They're doing that based off what? Most of the time they get with the bat because of what? Oh, he has potential. Their favorite word. The potential. No.
I want to hear your comments below, man. I want to hear what y'all got to say.
That potential crap, if that guy, and here's my thing, especially for women, especially for
comments below, people.
Here's my thing for women. You need, especially nowadays, there's no excuse. And only to a certain degree. You're not gonna find out everything, obviously. But women gotta do some just basic research. That's it. Just do some basic research. I'm not saying you gotta go and get an FBI background check on the person. You know what I'm saying? If you feel you need to, okay, cool. But just do basic research. And what do I mean by that? You can do basic research just by asking that person questions. Hey, you got any other kids? No. Okay, they might be lying to you. So you can take only so much on face value.
Which is true.
You can only take so much on face value, but you have to dig deep and really verify these things. Go to the county, you know what I'm saying, of where you guys live, and just put the person's name in. See what comes up.
Do a little background check.
Even if you didn't do a real background, but just see, do they have any, bankruptcies that they're going through right now? Just do a little,
let's be honest,
something simple. Because women have to be more careful because you're dealing with a guy who got 4 kids, 3 baby mamas. He don't benefit you.
While you're
no matter
talking,
how good he look.
Here's what I'm saying, right? While you're talking about this whole, since Valencia asked that question, it's a great question. If a woman is willing to take that on, there has to be a point in the mindset that would say, or trigger, where's the loyalty factor in a man having 4 or 5 kids? He coming with 4 or 5 kids, 3 different baby mothers. There has to be a question of loyalty. Now, that's why we're talking about this whole high value. I see somebody posted, let's speak about high value women. We're going to talk a little bit about that at the end, but I want to ask this. Women, think about what you're doing. You got a man, 3, 4, 5 kids, 3 different baby mothers. Mike said do a background check. I get that part. But you got to really ask this question.
Or just ask friends. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to go that deep.
You got to really think about this too.
Just,
the loyalty factor. How loyal is the man? Because high value comes with loyalty. Is he just to you? Or he taking a whole bunch of women to Pound Town or so-called his baby mothers? Because that's a factor you're going to play with when y'all take on that. Because women, I'll take on 3, 4, 5 kids of a man.
Bobby, here's the thing though. You talking like there's no other options out here. Like,
no, there's options. That's for sure.
Like,
there's options. I'll tell you that. There's always options.
Like, come on, like you speaking like they know, like, come on. If the girls see that, there's no reason to even continue. Why? Because there's other men out here. This nigga
Why not
can't.
get a man with one child?
He can't be that good to where, oh my God, he got all this drama. I'm gonna still keep him. No, just keep looking. Just keep searching. That's all it is.
Mike, they've been single for 2 years. They're horny. They're trying to find that man. Their time is ticking. They're getting closer.
Yeah, and they're adults.
What's going on?
And they're adults. End of the day, you're an adult. So
you're telling them just keep waiting until 41, 42.
You're an adult. You want to just you want to go into work and be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just leave because you just that's what you feel like doing. No, you got to stay until it's time to clock out. It's the same thing. Yeah, I know you got feelings and you got stuff, but you're an adult because why? When you go and make those decisions based off that, then you go have another child out of wedlock. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the baby daddy ain't around, and you just lost more value. Your stock price just went down even more because why? You got more use, more proof that you've been used. You know what I'm saying? So whether male or female. So I don't believe people should be putting themselves in that baggage for just because, oh, he's just a great guy. No, there's many great that don't have. Just put yourself in those areas where those guys will be. That's it.
So Mike, I got a question from Valencia again. Can you speak about high valued women? I don't hear men speak about that. If they do, it's sometimes negative, like she's stuck up, etc. Because there's a lot of high value women out there.
Correct, but look at the high value women. Beyonce's high value, Sierra high value. They both had to do what? Submit to their man. Now follow the lead of their man. That's all. So you can be high value all you want. It doesn't matter. That doesn't help a man. A man don't give a damn what you make with your job. That doesn't help a man because at the end of the day, he wants to give you a child.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, Mike. I'm with you 40% on that. I
don't care for most men.
Here's my thing.
We're talking about high value, bro. Why I need you to have a career for it?
Value, right? I'm high value. Here's my thing, right? I like to know. I'm not saying I need a woman's money, but I like to know that they have a stable job, preferably career.
So who taking care of the children?
Both of us are.
No, while she's at work.
While she's at work, I got to do what I got to do. We got to put the kids in daycare, after school care, whatever. I got to put the money out. Who's going to pay for that daycare and after school care? Both of us. That's just what it's going to be. See, my thing is this, right? She's asking a great question. What is a high valued woman, right? Here's something I see with women sometimes, like, I'm high value. I'm a great woman. Okay, great is not a quality. That's not an add-on value.
I feel like high value women the reason it's hard for them to get men is because they are the man. You can't be the dominant.
Their mindset is too masculine sometimes.
That's the problem. You could be as high value you want, but you ain't got no ring on your finger because nobody can tame you. A man wants to be able to tame, or like we want to feel like, okay, damn, she's touching on me, she's touching on me.
Ladies,
yeah,
I want
to
know
that we take it, not like, oh no, this is what we're doing tonight and that's
ladies,
it.
I want to make sure when he said tame, you're not an animal.
Nah, I'm just using that as an example. You know what I'm saying?
When he said tame, no, I get what you're saying. What Mike is saying is
because no man wants that. Nobody wants to be with another man. It's
imperative, ladies. Really think about this.
Oh, I don't
you want a high-valued man that knows how to make decisions, that you want him to learn how to lead, or he should already know how to lead.
And you want him to pay all the bills.
He needs to be loyal. But you're saying, okay, well, what about the high-valued women? Okay, so you're high-valued, whoever you are. Are you going to be submissive to a high-valued man?
Yeah.
Or are you going to listen to what he got to say, or everything you say is right? And if he don't want to listen, he could get the step in.
That's fine.
That's the problem.
That's fine. But here's the thing: most of the time, if she's that hard to deal with, think about this: when they get 50, 60 years old, who gonna take care of them?
You're talking real facts.
Men have a longer lifestyle because why? Even if we 65, we can still go out there and get it. We can still be, you know what I'm saying? Our dynamics are different than women. Women can't do everything men do. Men can't do everything women do. Let's not play that game. So there's only a certain amount of time that they have that they can enjoy, right? So they become frail and old ladies. Even old men, unless they didn't work out, they're gonna be frail too, but they can still do a little bit more, right? They can still go and hunt and gather. So it's much better, and he can still go out as a man, older not. He got his little Social Security. He can go buy him a little hooker down the street and be fine.
I like what Harry's saying. Harry is saying, Harry commented, no accountability.
100%, Harry.
A lot of women don't like to be held accountable. We're going to eventually have a topic on that.
They don't like to be wrong. We already know they don't like to be
That's
wrong.
another problem with high value women.
It's any woman, they don't
wrong.
like to be wrong, period. If you
never wrong.
Listen, if a woman is wrong, it's oh Lord, they got to be caught red-handed. Like it gotta be like obvious, like, okay, I messed up. Then even when they say that, they rolling their eyes. It's just it's think about it. It's like you can't question them at all. But us as men, we've been questioning since day one. Damn, you can't lift that up. Damn, you ain't making money. Damn, you can't pay the bills. Damn, you.
Like it's true. You know why I think that.
You get what I'm saying?
I think that comes with women being sensitive and very emotional.
No, it's who raised them. Single mothers raised them.
That's true. That's
single mom raised me. Single mom raised me since my dad was with nobody else. I mean, seriously. So think about this. There's a lot of men that has families that have this situation. They had they got a dad. That dad got his own life, but the mom just sat back and just only worried about her and the kids. Damn, she ain't got no life no more.
Let me hear, let's see what we got. Cervelli says this. I don't agree with that statement. I know high value men that like to see some values in their women. And together they are building an empire. Jay-Z works and so does Beyonce.
Yeah, but we ain't talking Jay-Z and Beyonce money. We're just saying status, right? So we talking about a man that makes 100,000 and a woman. We talking about everyday people right now, right? That's only the 1% of the 1%. So let's talk about me and you.
So
right?
You're saying
you can still go out there and work. That's fine. I'm just me as a man. I don't want as a high value man. I don't want my girl working. Especially if I want you to have my child.
I ain't with you on that, Mike.
If I want you to have my child, here's why. If I want you to have my child, I don't want my child going to no daycare. I'm not going to make no daycare rich. I need you to instill the principles in my child for at least the first 3-4 years.
We definitely
after 5-6 years, you can do what you want to do. But the first few years they're impressionable, I'd prefer that my woman is taking care of them, because on Channel 7 every day you see these goddamn niggas throwing these jits all over the place, and then you wonder why.
Mike, we can't have that happen. I'm gonna be honest. I'm on the opposing side on that. I'm gonna be honest.
That's perfectly fine. I just ain't having it.
I feel look, that's why having a female that's stable, a woman that's stable, having a woman that has a career is important. Because these kids, it's imperative at a certain point. How do parents work if they don't go to daycare after school care? I don't want a stay-home mother, because again, a stay-home wife, because I don't want her to get lazy. No, it's imperative she go to work. I'm not about her money, but you're not going to be just sitting in the house doing nothing. Taking care of the kids is something we both got to do. And it takes sometimes two people to balance that out. I don't believe in a stay-home mother. I don't believe in that. That's just me. Some men do. But as a high-value man, I don't care what people say. I don't care how much money I'm making and I'm not making. A woman has to go to work. Now, hold on. We got Julie says.
Women gotta go to work.
Oh, women gotta go. I don't care if I'm making $5 million. She gotta go to work.
Think about now, but she can work. She can work. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. Oh, she can't work at all. Be a homemaker forever. No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, think about this now. Look at the dynamics, right? Let's look at talk about institutionalized, right?
Yeah.
When you look at these families that have their mother and their father in the house, the mom was a stay-at-home mom or whatever the case is. Okay, cool. Then you got the black family. Nobody's home. The child is always with somebody else, getting raised and being babysitted.
Facts.
Then the child is bad as fuck, because why? That person that's babysitting them, you don't know what they're doing once you leave.
Facts.
Ring, Comcast, cameras or not. So most people don't have those in their home. So your child is your child is seeing everything and is a sponge. So 20, 15, 30 hours of the week, your child's with somebody else. Not that it's wrong, because you need to go do it, right? Your girl needs to work, you got to work, right?
That's always been normal life to me. I don't see what
exactly to you. But remember, we're in the black community. We don't build no wealth. The people that build wealth, they don't build households like that. Bill Gates' wife did what? Warren Buffett's wife did what? Stay at home. Before he was Warren Buffett. Back in those days, them wives stayed home. Not saying them girls need to do that now, because that's not the case. What I'm saying is to build a family, right? Especially children, because you're not just me, you, and her, and y'all get money.
I understand what you're saying. Go ahead.
We're talking about the children. Because a lot of these kids is out of pocket. They bad. Because why? They're not around their parents all day. They get to do whatever the hell they want to do. And then they go to school acting a fool. When if most children who at least have the mom there for the first few years, them kids tend to be a little bit better. They might be spoiled and entitled if their mom didn't raise them right because she just gave them anything. But they have much better values. Versus the child that everybody that always getting dropped off. If it wasn't for me having brothers and sisters, I was always with somebody. So I was able to be reckless as a kid. You get what I'm saying? And
I see where you're going.
And be horrible. So we're talking about breaking generational cycles, not on some just we just want her to work.
I think that also comes with the type of individual, the type of child. I always talk about this. You got to know what type of child you have, because I was raised with women, and I grew up very fucking masculine, very alpha, and I grew up with 2 sisters and my mother.
Yeah.
Now I feel, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of women now when it comes to this whole raising children or single kids by themselves. There's some structure needed, and the right high value man should come in and guide that situation. But we got a lot of other problems, man. Should. Because that's what a man do. Where's the value? The man has to come in with some value added benefits other than taking her to Pound Town. She's going there regardless. But again, she has a child. That child needs guidance, and that child needs leadership skills.
Yeah,
now, somebody put a comment below.
You have another. I think we have another thing we need to talk about when it comes to that. Who taught these men how to lead?
See, now you go into a real discussion. I'm gonna answer this question. We got a lot of questions. We got a lot of comments on here. Harry said, "What's up, Harry? Valencia was popping. Brandon was popping. Why everyone got to be with a high value man? A woman with 2 kids got to be on with being with $50K a year, man, with 4 kids and just build together." Okay, so I get where you're coming from, but my thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you, Harry. It's easier said than done. The problem is, Harry, we're in a different world right now, a different cost of living.
Harry talking some facts though.
You know what I'm saying? And he talking some good solid facts. We're just in a different world.
Me and Harry on the same page, boy, because you gotta understand. Here's the thing. They need to be because why? What he's saying is get a man that's on your level. Here's the facts. When you really think about what women really want, they can't get financially the man they want, because why?
They want high value, Mike.
It's very few far in between. We know that. That's like 1 out of 50. You're not gonna find that everywhere, and it's not that it's a bad thing. You're just not gonna find it everywhere. So, what Harry's saying, get with somebody that's on your level that probably you could build together with. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? With a 50K.
Harry says this statement too. He says, I love how he said this. This is very powerful. And a lot of high value men think about
facts. This is my thing.
You made a lot of mistakes.
But I gotta pay for that.
Harry is saying now you want a man to save you from your mistakes that you made.
And it's vice versa. Women as well. You can't go and get a man who got all these mistakes and then say, "Oh, I'm gonna be with this man," and stop trying to save this man. Don't save this man. I don't care how good he look, how light skinned he is. That doesn't matter.
Hold on, Mike. While you talking about looks, we talked about leadership skills as a high value. We talked about being humble. We talked about being loyal, meaning you only dating one woman, because these are characteristics of a high valued man. You got one woman,
right.
You're humble. You know how to lead a family. You know how to lead a kid. You know how to lead a wife. Okay, cool. While you're talking about looks, how important is the person's looks? When we talk about looks, we're talking weight. We're talking dress code. How important is obesity in comparison or in conjunction with the man that says, I'm high value?
God damn, bro. I know you high value. With big ass words, conjunction. I don't even know what that means. I'm just joking. I'm joking. But just repeat the last part. How does that play a role in what again?
Here's my thing, right? A lot of men feel, well, I got a lot of money. I'm fat as shit. I'm out of shape. I can't dress, but I got a lot of money. I don't have personality, but I got a lot of money. How does a woman deal with that? Is that factor important?
You talking about a man
you're in, how sexy you are as a man, how attractive you are.
Are you talking about a man that already has a woman? Are you talking about a man that already has a woman?
A man that's looking for a woman.
Okay, a
man
that's
looking for a man.
Either way, it don't matter. Because why? Big boys is out here getting it because they got money. How many times we go to the club and we see big boys in the corner because they're throwing it? That these girls aren't dating him; they're dating the wallet. See what I'm saying? So
they're the money nowadays, huh?
Yeah.
Women don't care. Money don't have a face.
It's never did. So especially now with social media, he big, he fat, he ugly, whatever, but he's a sugar daddy. There's a difference. Now she may not consider him that, and he may not consider himself that, but that's what's going down.
Yeah.
Now, for a woman that's going to be with a man that's high value who are out of shape, a lot of high value men are out of shape. Let's just keep it real. A lot of high level executives, especially like in my firm, the top dogs, a lot of them is out of shape. They just bad bodies, but they make amazing money. But their life is the job, so that's why they're bad body. But for me, high value, we need to separate the money. Let's move the money away.
Facts.
Let's move the money away. What else makes you high value? My opinion, somebody who's going to wake up early, sacrifice, or at night, at the end of the day, go in and at least get 30 minutes in, 45 minutes in. It doesn't have to be the perfect exercise, but it needs to be some. Especially our community. Why? Because we have the worst diets. We're the most out of shape.
So you're saying in our community, there's a lot of people fat as fuck. That's what you're saying.
Oh, we already know that. They ain't got to say nothing. Just go to any hood. You go down the street, you're gonna see a lot of undesirables. But the people,
I like that, undesirables.
But you understand and it's not just to look good. You know what I'm saying? It's more so you can live longer. How you gonna have a car and you never give it an oil change?
Here's my thing.
Think about that.
You said a good point. Times have shifted so much that nowadays you could be obese. As long as you have money, you're right. Money don't have a face.
Well, for the men, they're always going to go and get girls who are there for that. But we're talking about a real relationship. I think to answer your question is very important because why? What a fit or in shape person represents is not just, he goes to the gym. It's deeper than that. It's psychological. It's, damn, he got some discipline. Damn, he takes his health serious. So when it comes, because you're only getting older by the day. You're older today than you was yesterday.
Facts, 100% facts.
So damn, he wants to be here for a long time. He has healthy habits. Because that's what it represents, healthy habits. So you may make money, doesn't mean you have healthy habits. Because look at your belly, look at your back, look at your, you know what I'm saying? You have horrible habits. Meaning those habits could be positioned instead of eating at KFC or eating all this damn stuff at Houston's. You could have said, you know what? Let me just get the salad. It's a small sacrifice. It's still at a nice restaurant, but it's for the longer purpose to say, you know what? I want to look good.
So let me say this. So we're saying, people, as we can see, when we're talking about high value men. What is a high value man? As we can see, it's not just about money. It's about leadership skills. It's about being humble. It's about a man being loyal, meaning he just want to be with you. It's about understanding also that he does not have a lot of children. These factors play a role because people, it makes a difference to your dating relationships. And financially, it's a big problem. We all know that.
Yeah.
Now, we also talked about just now looks. Obesity, being overweight, people.
And people think
you've got a lot of money, but they're overweight. He's just stated if you're in shape, that says a lot. The man is disciplined. He's goal oriented. Mm-hmm. He knows the importance of eating healthy to live longer. Now, some of you, I don't care as long as he got the bag.
A lot of these guys have a bag and look horrible. They just because they got all this designer on under the clothes, you can see they ain't got an ounce of muscle.
Facts.
Not that you have to be Vin Diesel and be cocky. You know what I'm saying? It just means that you're still a human. Your body needs muscle. It's just physics. You know what I'm saying?
So the comment, right? Let me see what she says. Being home with your kids does not guarantee success. Your facts.
Right, of course.
There are two-parent homes where mom was home and the kids still turned out bad as hell. Okay. There are also single mothers who have raised amazing kids, which is true.
Correct.
Which is true.
But what people gotta understand, we're not talking about one-offs here and one-offs there. That's for every category and everything that we talk about. We're talking about the general population. You know what I'm saying? The stats of it, right? So normally people who have that, they come from both homes. They believe they have something to model, right? They see mommy, they see daddy, they see how daddy treats mommy and vice versa. Whether male or female, they have something to model.
Facts.
I didn't have anything to model. I just saw one day my big-headed daddy come pick me up. All right, come get in the car. And then boom, drop me off. And then that's it. And then mom is there and she gonna cuddle me. She gonna, kiss me, make sure I'm good. But then when I'm with daddy, it ain't all that love. It's okay, boom, here's what I got you. Here's this, here's that. Versus seeing it together is much better for the kids. I can't do 4 kids. I'm sorry, bro. No, that's fact.
Hey, listen, Rachel, I get it. We gotta really understand, as we're talking about a high-value man.
Man, them kids is a problem.
Stepping into when you take a man with 4, 5, 6 kids. I'm not saying you can't make your own decisions, but understand what decisions you step into doing that. It's your life. You can do whatever the hell you want. But the reality is, just understand what you step into. Don't come back complaining, I don't have time to do shit. I'm not traveling the world. I'm not living my life. You pick that lifestyle. That's not high value.
Think about this.
High value.
To the point that you just made, we could transition into something else, accountability.
Oh, wow. You're I was just about to go into that.
Accountability.
Let's be honest, right?
To your point that you just said, people ain't going to be accountable to it.
100% facts. 100% fact. We got to really think about this, right? Accountability is so important in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
A high value man, it's important to understand if you're high value, knowing when you're wrong, knowing when you made a mistake, knowing that at the end of the day, you got to be held accountable. And also it goes on the opposite side for the women.
You hold everybody around you accountable.
You got to be held accountable for your actions. And that's sometimes I get that part too, because I dated women with kids, where they feel like their decisions, they want to throw it all on you. That's your bad decisions. Yeah. You made that decision.
Or there's always an excuse.
I'm going to help, but I'm not going to be taken advantage of. There's a big difference.
Yeah. Oh, you my man, you're supposed to do this.
But I want to be considered high value. No.
Right.
You're not going to use me. You're going to still take care of your responsibility. I'm going to be there for you and with you. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be taken advantage of, because at the end of the day, you know what you got yourself into. We got to be fair about this. Being held accountable, and on both sides, for a high value man, because they swear sometimes, high value men swear sometimes they don't make mistakes. They always right. High value men, well, I make a lot of money. As long as I say something, it has to make sense, because I'm a high value. As long as I'm fit, I look good, I can get any woman I want, I'm high value. Everything I say makes sense. No. Sometimes your ass need to sit the fuck down. You wrong. You made a mistake. You need to apologize. You need to be held accountable. Same thing for women.
Yeah.
Women go have sometimes 2, 3 kids, and then all of a sudden,
it was the man's fault.
It's the man's fault. Every man is a fucking narcissist. Every man is a narcissist. For some reason, women I date, every man they dated is a narcissist.
Or
so
just
it's never your fault. You never did anything wrong.
I've never
seen
any woman I've dealt with. Whenever we talk about, when you first start talking to a woman, you start asking them, they start talking about their past history. I don't know about you, but for me, I've never heard any one of them ever, with the matter if they had 2, 3, or 10 before me. None of them. Everyone that you ask about, there's always a story to where it was something that he did. Oh, it was this and that, and he was this.
Women ain't never wrong, Mike. That's the problem.
It was never. You know what? I messed up in that one. I was immature, so I messed up. I'm saying I've never seen that. Not saying it's not the case, but we all know that. We all know what it is.
Some women feel, I can't say all, but a good portion of women feel they're never wrong.
Yeah.
Every last relationship is always the man.
Harry said,
it's never anything they did, their attitude, them not just, putting the freak button on, them not being submissive. It's the man's fault.
It's
we broke up.
Yeah, it's something wrong. It ain't never them.
Here's how I look at it, Mike. You tell me if I'm looking wrong.
No, go ahead.
At 38, 39, 40, women, I want y'all to hear me clearly, and men, shout out to all the men and the women here today, right? Make sure, people, you put your comments below. People, this is the painful truth. Make sure you guys follow me on Spotify, Mentourme. I want you guys to understand this, right?
Yeah.
If you're 35, 37, 40, 42 years old, 43 years old, and you're still complaining, I'm single, at a certain point of that statement, there has to be accountability to yourself. Something is also in a position that needs to be readjusted with you.
You know what it is, Bobby? And I'm gonna just say it like it is. Women suck at picking men, right? And here's why.
They suck at picking men. Okay.
They suck.
Let me hear you on that.
Here's why. Because who taught them? Who taught them how to pick a man?
Nobody teaches you how to date, Mike.
That's exactly.
Why we're having this discussion. Nobody teaches you how to date in life.
Exactly. So
you go through men, you go through losers or winners. And
but from what I've seen, not saying it's the case, but every time I see somebody, like perfect example, brother-in-law. I have two people I know actually, but my brother-in-law came from a family where both mom and dad were there.
Yeah,
black family. Dated my sister. Since he dated my sister from the beginning, since high school to now, not only been with her that long, married her, stayed with her. Now they have a kid together. Their first kid together. Not because he was taught how to date. It's because he had an example to follow. He had a blueprint. Most of us come from single homes. So the girls, I can't even fault them for it because why? They go to middle school, they go to high school, and they've never, ever decided to say, let me take inventory of my dating skills. What do I mean? How do I decide and choose men? Most are choosing. Damn, he light skinned, he got tats, or damn, he got dreads, he got like just only the physical looks. But the performance is garbage, in the bedroom. He disrespectful, dumb as a rock. And then they say, you know what? But I love him. Let me give him a chance. Then all these things come up, and that's where the problem comes into play.
No, you know what, Mike? I'm gonna piggyback on that. I think you're right. I feel you're right on that. It's true to believe that there is no rubric to dating.
There isn't.
Women and men, we just start dating and we just figure things out.
But that's where accountability comes in.
100% facts.
Back to what you were saying.
100% facts.
So if you've made 2 wrong decisions, you're human. You're going to make the decisions. I made a lot of decisions dating these women. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't take that many for me to figure out, okay, no. I'm good on that. Because why? This type of person or this something, most things that look like this are not always good. Like they say, you can't trust a big button to smile. That girl's poison. Right? Not saying that all girls with that are poison, but it's just normally the statistics of it, right? What Harry talking about?
Harry said this: it's like women just learned that the word narcissist, so everything is, narcissist.
Can't even spell it.
Listen, I love Harry. Harry, shout out to Harry, man. My boy, I gotta have you on this show. I gotta have Harry next week. You are coming on the show. Dominique said it's not a woman's job to pick a man. Who the fuck job is it then?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Who the fuck job is it? I want to talk to Dominique Stewart.
It's not your job.
It's not a woman.
And then here we go back again. Here we go back again to what? Accountability. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all, they feel like they don't got to do nothing, right? It ain't my job to pay the bills. It ain't my job to look good and be a woman. It ain't my job to do nothing but clean the house and cook. Let me tell you ladies this. That is not an asset. When we ask you what you bring to the table, do not say anything about cleaning and cooking.
That should be something I clean and cook.
Thank you.
That's
I just
not
finished.
A value benefit.
I live by myself. I clean and cook every day. Okay?
Man, let me tell you.
I clean and cook every single day because why? I'm a human. I have to feed myself. clothe myself, wash my clothes. These are not things I need a woman for. This is another thing with a high value man. He could do those things by himself. So now the question is, maybe I could do my own laundry. I could do it. If you do it for me, great. Or for us, even better. But what else do you bring? Really, all I care about is I need you to be more agreeable, more friendly, less angry and masculine, and always got something to say.
What about the intangibles, Mike? Let's talk about the intangibles. What about the love that women bring?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
The compassionate.
Most men love that.
That women bring. We gotta also think about that because that's important.
And you wonder why Maria out here getting, Taekwon and Jerome from Bonquisha, because why? She's not giving him back and forth lip as much. She's, oh, Poppy this. She's giving him that, oh, I'm just agreeing with you. You look good. You this, you that. Not, oh, I like you. Why I gotta tell you that? No, this people want to be reinforced. We want to hear that as much as we want to tell the woman every day you look good, baby. But those are the small things that, to me, make a big. That's like one of the.
A woman asked me this one time, and this is very powerful. They said, a man like yourself who has all what a woman wants, what does it take? What's something you need? It goes back to the intangibles. You can't buy me a gift. I could care two fucks about the gift.
Yeah.
You can't buy me anything. You can't impress me with sex. Because, it's taking a woman to Pound Town, that started since 15. And that's just a part of the DNA of a male. Okay? So sex can only mentally stimulate me so far.
Yeah, what after that? You know what I'm saying? Why do I want to keep you around?
You know what? I want to massage this man tonight. I'm gonna cut up some watermelons because I thought about it. I see he loved watermelons. I'm gonna just bless him with that when he walked through the door.
Or just rub his head while I'm sitting next to him, telling him he look good. Kissing on me. We want to feel wanted as a man. No man doesn't want to feel wanted.
I love y'all women, and I want to say what he's saying is so true.
It's very important, man.
Ladies want to date high-valued men. You cannot think in this world you're going to win a high-valued man with the tangibles, the sex, the frame. It's not going to work. We're going to take you to Pound Town. We've been there, done that numerous times.
That bad attitude stuff doesn't work. It's not
cute. Attitude has to go in the garbage. Being submissive has to stay front line. And we got to understand that we can have a full conversation with you. We got to understand that we feel loved. You care to hear our boring stories. You're our partner when we're doing business or sometimes just helping out. That's essential.
We don't even have to ask.
When you're dealing with high-valued men. Now,
let me ask you, buddy.
Go into some of these comments. There's so many.
Bring them up because I can't see him. You can see him. I can't see him. I see. She said it's not a woman's job to pick.
Harry says, "Bro, you can't make this stuff up. Women need to do better."
You ain't lying, boy.
Harry feels women need to do better.
You ain't lying.
Women feel men need to do better.
So she said,
Go ahead, Mike. You read that. Go ahead.
She said, "Oh Lord, okay." She said, "So you know how there's women empowerment. Where's the men empowerment? Where's the high value men leading other men? Where's the male leaders? I mean, we got male leaders all over the place. We got people. We can name so many male leaders, but we got so many male leaders. It's just that and when I say male leaders, they don't have to be big figures that everybody knows. They could be influencers on social. They could be. There's so many people. It could be somebody like you, Bobby, somebody like me. We're leading all the time. I just had a conversation with a young man today, so it's like it's they're there. It's the question. It's harder now because kids have younger men have access to social media and they're going to follow what they want to follow. I didn't get to see what she said that last comment though. I wanted to see.
Which one? She says,
"Where's the men?" Something.
Where's the men holding other men accountable? That's what mentors are here for.
Yeah,
let me be honest.
I mean, you got Kevin Samuels calling other men out. It ain't no. I mean, that's just an example.
Exactly.
There's so many men calling other men out because why? Men are used to being called out. We play very aggressive sports. Boss, you ain't doing what you need to do. Like we do that all the. That's just normally what we do. That's just what we do within each other. We always call each other out.
Everyone wants to be wanted. Dominique, you're 100% right.
Yeah. So
100% right. Both sides want to be wanted. You're 100% right.
But when you make the statement, it's not your job to pick a man. The man don't feel wanted in that situation. You get what I'm saying?
Dominique says you only
I'm done.
You only be submissive to a man who give you something to be submissive to.
I'm
Security,
done.
love, protection.
I'm done.
You see,
I'm done. I'm done. See,
see
we always got to
Dominique.
work for something. See, that's my. See, this is my thing. See.
But hold
This
on,
is
Mike.
no. Let me tear into
back to
this.
Dominique.
No. Let me tear into this real quick because here's the problem.
I'm gonna stay on Dominique's side on this one. But go ahead.
No.
Go away because I'm gonna stay on Dominique's side on
That's
this.
fine. That's fine. You do
I'm
that.
gonna stay on Dominique's side
Here's
on
my
this.
thing. Here's my thing with that.
Go ahead.
Here's my thing with that. If you lead with that, automatically you making me pay for something where Maria and Jennifer are giving it to me for free. All right, bye, Dominique. Because a man has options, especially a high value man. He can exercise those options. Why I'm gonna have to do all these things to show you? I gotta hit a bar for you to be submissive. Versus Maria and Jennifer, they're just gonna do it by default. Every white girl and Hispanic girl I've ever dated, they just submissive by default. It's not something that have to because they want to see all this.
Women are not submissive.
Well, most that we, I mean, it's a known thing. But what I mean by that is that the women I've dealt with, they're cool and all, but there's always you got to work for that now. Oh, you got this cookie? Okay, now work for this cookie. Okay, now work for that. Now work for this.
But hold on, Mike. I want to actually say this, right?
And you can agree to this because I know we've dated outside the race, so there's been different. There's been certain things I didn't have to fight for or ask for with other races. Not saying that they're better or not, but they just
Mike,
know.
So you saying with black women you fighting for sex? That's what it is.
Oh, not even just. I mean, we ain't even gonna talk about that. We ain't talking about just sex. We talking about. I mean, we talking about everything.
Let me get back to Dominique. I want to really touch on that for a minute, right?
I'm gonna give you something to drink.
Is it? Go ahead, Mike. I get what Mike is saying. Dominique, at the end of the day, I get what you're saying, and I want to go on your side because people make it seem like it's a problem for women to have standards. It's okay for y'all women.
Here we go. Understand this
shit clearly. It's okay to have standards. If you want a man to be what's wrong with having standards? Men sometimes make it seem like if a woman has standards, that's a problem. I think that's very essential for you to have standards as a woman. At the end of the day, it might make it seem like at the end of the day, you having standards should not happen. You know, to me, at the end of the day, I want you guys to understand.
They go to standards crap. Let me rip into it because I just kind of got a drink. Just kind of got a drink. He thought he was finna just take off. No. Let me tell you about the standards thing. You do standards for guys when they're courting you, right? Obviously, day one when you meet the guy, yeah. But if you my woman, what am I still working for? As in submission. We're 2 weeks into we're 1 month into the relationship. I got to fight to do this. I got to show you all these things. Then you could submit. Why? Because you always want to give lip. You always want to come back. You always want to say something. You want to be combative. You want to be the man.
Nobody wants to date a man.
Nobody wants to date a man. I'm not saying that she's a male, obviously, but men love women who's giving you give me the benefit of the doubt. Give me the benefit of the doubt from the beginning. Don't automatically say, oh, you ain't giving me nothing, so I'm not giving you nothing. That's petty. And that's the reason why black women is the least, you know what I'm saying? The statistics already show, I already Googled it myself, that, you know, they're the least married. Because why? Men ain't dealing with that. No man wants to deal with a back and forth. None.
So I like how you said it earlier. The problem with some women is that, again, you get a high valued man, he makes decisions a lot. And this is very true, women. I want you to understand this is true game we're giving you. You want a high valued man.
But how can you keep it?
To understand what submissive is, because two people can't drive one car.
No, that's where the problem.
A lot of men use cheating or leave a woman because she tends to not want to be submissive. She don't want to listen. She don't want to be receptive. No matter how you say something to her, it's a problem.
Yep, she's never wrong.
Women understand what we're saying. We're just coming from men's mouth who have dated a lot of women, not 2, 3, 5. You know how some dudes, or they only dated 5 women in their life. This ain't the type of men that's on this live right now.
No, not at all.
We've been doing this.
Not at all.
I took a lot of women to Pound Town. Trust me, I am the governor. I'm telling you, I am that guy. I don't play. But at the end of the day, we're trying to give you guys as much real information. Because a lot of women right now, like, they want a great high value man. are you submissive? Are you prepared for that?
Yeah, because you got to give.
Are you prepared for that mentally?
Here's my thing, Bobby. You have to meet the man halfway, right? Men want a man that's feminine, right? Your feminism means part of that is you being submissive. If you've been a single mother, you've had no choice but to bring out that masculine energy, because why? You're the mom and the dad. So you got to kind of, you get what I'm saying? But if you don't have no kids and you're by yourself, still to a degree, you got to protect yourself. You by yourself, so you got to bring out the masculine. But once you have a man, put that shit in the closet.
My thing is, I love
because caressing my head, rubbing on me, holding me while we in the car. You know what I'm saying? Just being. If I say I want it, go ahead, daddy. It's yours. Not I ain't. You ain't. Not today.
So Mike, is women habitual? No, I don't want sex offenders.
When you say women, you got to be specific. You talking about black women?
Black women.
I can't say all because I haven't been with all black women. I'm just saying the women I've been with, it get to a point where you start getting comfortable, and that's the case. Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a couple comments because one thing I want to say. Okay, I love how Augusta say men have feelings too. My boy, you're 100% right. Shouts out to Augustine in the building, people. Shouts out to Harry, Valencia, Rachel. What's popping?
That's what. That's all
we got.
A man never gonna forget how a woman make him feel.
We got Danielle in the building.
I don't see the comment.
In the building. Shouts out to Jill Chris, man. Let me see what she says.
We got more comments.
Jill Chris says, I think it's a defense mechanism.
It is.
There is strong correlation between the way black women are treated and the natural defense mechanism, which I believe contributes strongly to the statistics. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Women by nature are reciprocating, and women are already going into the game. Hold on. I got to read that one more time.
Yeah,
women by nature,
100%.
So many fucking comments is crazy.
No, I can read it. She said,
go ahead. Sorry, women, so many comments coming in at the same time. Go ahead.
That's fine. Women by nature are reciprocal, and women are already going into the game expecting. I may have read the reciprocal wrong, but maybe are expecting to be dogged out and treated like crap. 100%, which is my thing. Now, being on your toes and being aware, keeping your eyes open, yes. But automatically coming in and making me guilty before it's been proven, you just like the cops. You know what I'm saying? Like you automatically know I'm a murderer.
That's something that's very true.
With no, true. You get what I'm saying? But Becky ain't doing that. Becky's like, oh my gosh, you're just the best. Maria's like, oh my gosh, Poppy this, Poppy that. She could have went through hell with the last dude. But when she meets you, you're you. There's no, I'm automatically think I'm getting dogged. But it now starting to roll over into other races to where some Hispanics are doing it, some white girls are doing it. But the general population, they do come in with that defense mechanism. And it's it's the reason why they don't have that ring, why they don't stay. Any girl can get a man because you got a frame and you look good. Okay, cool. But can you keep him? Can you keep each other?
That's why we had that topic last week about, is plastic surgery a real investment?
I don't even want to talk about
women.
That.
I want y'all to understand that's a real statement to say.
Ain't nobody telling y'all to get that.
At the end of the day, it's not about having the man. He's right. Can you keep the man? And keeping the man, it takes catering. Because a lot of y'all screaming out, y'all want a high value, stable man, or I want a great man, whatever the hell great is to you. And a lot of men screaming out they high value because they don't watch 2-3 Kevin Samuel videos. A lot of men living at your mother's house, not doing shit. And then I want to talk about it. We didn't even talk about this work ethic of a high valued man. Some men, you're not high value just based on your work ethic. You don't even do shit. You're just a basic average man.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, you consider yourself high value because you watch 4 Kevin Samuel videos.
No, because you work all the time.
To talk about what is a high valued man, leader, loyal, limited children,
ambitious,
in shape, ambition, self-drive, accountability. That's what a high-valued man is. A lot of men right now, people, as we tune in and talk about this topic, it's such a great topic. High-valued man, what is it? How is it determined? So and women, are you ready for a high-valued man?
100%.
Hold on, Dominique put a goddamn.
No, because Seville said something first. You might want to read Seville's. Dominique, here we go.
Dominique put, so doing something that is natural is work. You don't go to a job and get 80K and all the benefits you have to work for that. It's not a male or woman thing. It's not a male or woman thing. It's all about we both understand what we want and know the values behind it. Everyone also putting colors on stuff. If she chooses to be submissive right when meeting without even knowing the guy, that's cool. But a high value woman stands for her worth and must feel and see it.
Here we go. Here we go with this independent.
She got standards, Mike.
Here we go with the independent.
Got standards, baby.
No. I'm not against that, bro. I'm not. Trust me. I've known that all my life. I've known that. That's not the. That's not.
You ain't gonna just not respect her standards.
But you're missing what the last lady just said, right? Right. It's an automatic defense mechanism, right? Because why? You don't think about it. What is it that a woman has to work for? What is it that she gets from you that she got to work for? Tell me, Bobby.
Damn, Mike, I ain't gonna lie.
What is it that she gets from you that she has to work for? She expects it, right? Because
you gotta see, for me, you gotta put those stipulations in place for a man. You gotta, because you're right. Women don't have to work for shit. They want sex, they get it. They want a bag, they get it. They want something, they get it.
Because then if it doesn't happen, he's not a good.
You get married, you buy a house, it's their house.
So this is my point. I'm not saying obviously don't have standards. That's common sense. What I'm saying is we're not talking about date number one. We're talking about once I'm your man. Once I'm your man, right?
Yeah.
You already in the situation 2-3 months, 6 months, a year, and you still not submissive? Like, I gotta debate you about the most simple stuff? Baby, go ahead and do this. No, I want to do it like this because you want to be strong and independent. Well, that's fine. You can be independent by yourself.
That independent shit, I'm so tired of that shit right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like that.
I don't like to feel like I have to work for everything. I wake up, I go to work. I work, I pay the bills. I work for the pussy. I work to pay for the goddamn dinner that we just had. I work to buy the house. We work for goddamn everything. What can we get anything for free?
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. That whole independent talk, it's a lot of women losing great men because of all that independent talk. If you independent women, I want to say this. I get it. Keep that shit to yourself. Men don't want to hear that shit.
Now, a simp will go for it. That's fine. And there's nothing wrong with being a beta male or a simp. Nothing wrong with that.
That is true. That part, I'm going to say. A high value man, one thing we hate that women say, I'm an independent, I don't need a man. Them type of statements will keep your ass single. I hate that shit. Do not say that to a man. Do not say that to a man that's high value. Do not. No. I'm independent. I don't need a man. I'm just doing this because blah, blah, blah. Don't act like you're doing him a favor. He's already stable. He's already high value.
Right. What is it that you bring?
Him a favor. He could pick any woman he wants. He's choosing you.
Repeat that part again. I don't think they understand that.
A lot of women need to understand. I want you to hear this very clearly. At the end of the day, when you want a high value man, understand you're not doing him a favor. He's choosing you. He has his shit in order. I'm a man. I got houses. I got properties. I got land. I got a portfolio. I got good credit. I got my shit. I could cook. I could clean. I'm coming in with a lot.
So what is she bringing to the table?
You're not doing me a favor. You're adding to what I got going on. You're not doing me a favor.
Right.
You're not doing, other than having a child, where do you add value to me? Really think about that. That's why I say the intangible for a man that's successful is important.
And Bobby,
the intangible, the love, the infection. The affection. That's important.
Yes, that's the part that's very important, Bobby, is the intangibles. Because like you said, we already have all these things.
Come on, facts.
Things are not what we're asking when we say, what do you bring to the table? We're not asking, hey, do you make 6 figures and do you have portfolio? We don't care for that, because at the end of the day, that's not what this is about.
Let me see what
we care about the intangibles. Are you going to be my peace? That's why I stayed with you, because you were peaceful. If you were headed, I don't want to be with you.
Sorelli says this. She says recent statistics show that because Black women are now going outside of Black men in order to get the things they are not getting from black men. I love black men. She love her black man now. She like the brothers now. You know what I'm saying? We cute as fuck. But for some reason, black women are more comfortable by black men in today's society than other cultures.
More undervalued, she said.
Oh, more undervalued. Oh, let me look.
Here's the thing. That's the problem.
I like how she. It's facts. It's facts.
But here's the problem, though. You got to understand within it. It's not just absolute, though, because I love my black women. I don't undervalue my black. All my sisters are black. My mama's black. So how I'm going to undervalue you? Majority of men are not going to respect it because why? This is why it's an uncurable thing. It's been going on for years and centuries because why? Most are very combative.
So women. So hold on.
So men,
Mike,
a man ain't got time for that. A man is not gonna value a woman who's gonna be doing all this yelling and all this back and forth. He's like, man, forget that. I'm out.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna say this, ladies. I want y'all to understand, right? Whatever you had with your past relationships, leave that shit right there.
Don't bring it.
Don't bring it to your new relationship. If you're not emotionally intact, don't date.
Don't date.
Because you got to understand, dating a man that got his shit together, once he see that unorganized stress coming his way, he's definitely going to hit the reverse button.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, why he ain't picking up no more? Why it's taking you so long to answer? He is already starting to make his decision.
Yeah.
You're not an asset to him. You're starting to become a liability. You're starting to become a burden to him. Let's see. We got a couple more comments. We're gonna do about 5-10 more minutes. Then we're gonna get off this live. We got a lot of good comments. Shouts out to everybody that's on the Pay for Truth. We got Mike, the advisor, alongside Mr. Mentourme. This is a great conversation. The conversation is, what is a high value man? We've been on this for about an hour and 10 minutes. Great conversation. Actually, an hour 38 minutes. An hour 38 minutes. Great conversation. Make sure you guys follow me on Spotify, on Mentourme. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That means a lot. Share this video. We're going to probably take 2 more. We're going to get off. It's about an hour 40. And as you guys know, every Thursday night, we talk about relationship topics that involve, of course, financial aspects. Every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, I talk about strictly financial advice, investing, how to manage your money, whatever the case may be. Make sure you guys follow me on Spotify.
Danielle says something.
And of course, I'm looking for great sponsors on Spotify, people. Now, here we go. Dominique, how many?
Hold on, bro. Hold on. You can't just be reading only Dominique questions and then you got all these women saying something now. What's up?
Which one you want? Which one you want? Right here, Danielle.
What's going on?
You want Danielle?
Danielle
right here. Here we go.
Hold on, I know Dominique coming with depression now, but hold on.
Dominique coming hot and heavy.
She coming hot and heavy. She ain't playing. What?
Danielle coming in too. So Betty coming in with.
But what she?
Heavy, boy.
But what she said, what Danielle says is correct. She said also understand there are levels to being submissive, just as there are levels to relationships. 100%. 100%. And mind you, listen, ladies, we're not talking about being with some random dude. We talking about a high value man is going to automatically know he wants to only be with you. He wants to build with you. He really doesn't have time to be with you, Becky, this and that. Obviously, he could be if he wanted to, but the man's so busy to where he just focused on work and building what he's building. He's in his grind mode. So if you automatically think because he's in his grind mode so heavy, something that you're not used to, he's with another chick, that is the one thing that pisses him off the most. Because he's like, damn, while I'm out here really trying to get it and I'm grinding, she think I'm doing the worst by default with no proof. That is where it becomes an issue. Because it's like, well, damn, I might as well go to the strip club and cheat and do what I need to do. Because you automatically assume.
Cheating, Mike. Danielle says women work hard to not get cheated on. We're gonna talk about that cheat topic another time.
I can't control men cheat.
We're gonna give y'all that topic real soon. Because a lot of people been DMing me about that. Why do men cheat? We're gonna talk about that because there's a lot of reasons why black women. We're gonna tell you why a lot of men are cheating.
The intangibles.
Trust me, it's the intangible aspect. Just know that.
Yeah, just know that.
Make sure y'all keep that sex button on free. I'm telling you. Let's get to Augustine. Okay, here we go. In my opinion, I think a lot of women self-sabotage without even noticing it.
100%. Because they're covering themselves up and always wanting to be right.
Coming with paragraphs.
I got you.
I
got you. How many pain does a man go through like a woman? Here we go. Men and women both have separate duties. You don't birth a baby. You don't bleed monthly, etc. That's what you're supposed to do, though. Don't. You can't use it as an excuse or a crutch. That's just who you are as a human. Bleeding, having a baby. That we have our own demons we got to deal with, right? No independence is use out of contain. I don't get that part, but it says we both the table and set it the way we want it, being high value man to a high value woman, not just the money, but the maturity and the. But here's the thing: most women who are with high value man are not high value women. And what do we mean by that? She does not bring a whole bunch of things to the table. She's not bringing the high levels of income. She's not bringing the security.
Hold on, Mike.
Most of the time, there's obviously conversations. Yeah, I'm not. Remember, whatever I say is not absolute. Y'all got to get out there. Oh, I know. No. There's always a case for every scenario.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So we can't get caught up in that. But we're talking about majority of the time when you see a very high level rich dude, he might have married a girl that used to work at goddamn McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? But she's so gorgeous and she's so agreeable. That's all he care about, which is what they call what? A trophy wife, right? She may be a trophy. She may not be able to do any of that stuff, but she's still what? A wife. So when he died, the assets are given to who? Her. She has legal right to it. DMX's little girlfriend didn't get nothing because why? She wasn't legally his wife. So when he died, it was just, it is what it is. That's what we talk about, legacy building and wealth. So the whole goal is to be not quarter to be with a man or date. No, we talking about being husband and wife, with high value men.
She said, go ahead. Let me put another comment. She is not stopping. Lead by example, and she or he will follow. You attract who you are. Have you ever looked in the mirror and say to yourself, what am I doing wrong to keep attracting the wrong? Oh, you're right about that. That's facts.
That's on both sides. That's a question that most women need to ask.
Matasha, what's popping, baby? Matasha in the building. Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to, of course, my Spotify at Mentourme The Painful Truth. If you want to sponsor, feel free to get on Spotify and sponsor the monthly mentorship. It means a lot. Telling people it's only $4 or $10 a month to keep this movement going. Danielle, we're gonna take the last one. It's 10:43. What we got? Danielle says, Danielle, we love good laughs. Danielle's like, the goal of women, I love what she said earlier. The goal of women is to have men not cheat. But one thing you gotta realize as we talk about that topic in the future, why do men cheat? Men cheat for reasons that women fail to make it seem like they understand. And believe it or not, 90% of the time it's intangible. So I get it, women, you want to be sacred and you don't want to really give up the sex. Or, I hear a lot of married men say this too. The sex reduces when they get married. I'm going to tell you, that reduction
comes at a cost.
Is a real problem.
It comes at a cost.
Men don't like that. Don't start going from 5 days to 2 days of sex. I'm telling you, right, we're going to talk a lot of reasons why men cheat. But one of the main reasons from what we hear from men is that it's always physical. You ain't doing that spontaneous freaky. But we gotta talk about but Bobby, that freaky button on. But
Bobby, remember, Bobby, they're not doing that spontaneous freaky because we, the men, is not doing something to make them spontaneous freaky. Remember, we always got to work for something. It ain't nothing free.
It is nonstop. So, like, you know what?
That's gonna be the comeback. That's gonna be the comeback.
A lot of us as individuals, right? We're getting older. Women, let me say this right. The reason I feel like I talk about this topic before we close out, man. Shout out to Mike Native Advisor people. Appreciate everybody supporting the movement. Make sure you guys like this video, share this content. We got a great topic next week, Thursday, and of course next week, Tuesday. Every Tuesday and Thursday night, especially Thursday night is relationship topics involving finances. Tuesday night is just about finances strictly, how to invest, how to make money. I want you guys to understand, women, high value men. We spoke about a lot of reasons and what is high value tonight: leadership, humbleness, loyalty, limited amount of children, a man that's has intangibles, love, connect, compassion, A man that has a great work ethic, who's accountable for his mistakes and his accountabilities. Tonight, I want you guys to understand too, women, you're getting older. And I want to say this to a lot of women. I love you all, but also understand as you get older, if you don't readjust certain things about you,
you're gonna be
and if you're coming
forever.
for these high-valued men, understand what they come with. Social media now and also YouTube is now letting them understand themselves a little bit better. Especially with people like Kevin Samuels. They are educating some of these men who didn't know who they were, didn't know the value they carry.
So they're not coming after the regular degglers no more.
So now make sure, women, keep your body tight, keep your career right, and understand catering is essential to a man. Oh, I ain't cleaning, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. All right, the next woman will, because you ain't got to do it. It's okay, you ain't got to do it. But if you want a high-value man, a man worked hard all his life, got his shit together, coming in, homes, investment properties, about to hold down a whole home, financially, mentally, spiritually, you better understand he ain't going to take no bullshit. And there's something I want to say this before we even continue, Mike. I'm going to let you get on.
No, I want to know what's next week's topic.
I'm going to say this too, man. Like, men now to the point where they'll go ahead and just say, look, they'll give you child support and sacrifice the whole relationship, the whole marriage. That's how much things have changed. So women really don't think because you're married, the man don't have an, women sometimes, oh, well, he can sit his ass right there. He ain't going nowhere. All right. I talk to married men a lot on everyday conversation, just chopping up.
We so
married men, they're so up to date right now. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. If y'all think you guys are outsmarting them and I want to be complacent, I don't give a fuck. Okay. You might want to understand what his feelings is at and where he at mentally. He talked to you about that sex, you ain't giving it up. Or he talked to you about that attitude, you still want to be rude. It's okay. Don't come complaining on me when I talking about why do men cheat. Don't come on the platform talking about I can't believe my man cheated on me after 4 kids. I believe that shit. I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe that shit clearly why he cheated. Now I ain't saying it's right, but I believe it. Mike, what's popping, man? We're about to close out. Talk to him. Next week topic before we close out. Just because you're pretty, you're not a dime. Just because you're pretty, that doesn't mean you're a dime. And this all for all the beautiful women.
Pretty privilege.
That's next week Thursday. Just because you're pretty, that doesn't mean you're a dime. You're gonna see where we're going with this one. Mike, talk to him. Close out, baby.
Yeah, I just really wanted to let people know that, or really let everybody understand this, is that end of the day, we're all trying to figure this thing out as we go, right? Especially relationships.
Love you, Dominique. Danielle popping.
we're all trying to figure this thing out. Right? So I think that what they need to take away from this is that specifically for women, because we're men, we can't speak from the women's perspective, but for women, just, even though it may not be something that you're used to, and I'm not really joking. Some women are just not used to just saying, let me sit there and just listen to what he got to say, because they're used to being in a driver's seat. It's when you're dealing with a high value man, be receptive to something that you're not used to. Be just a little nicer. And what we mean by nice is that approachable, somebody that he can talk to, because high value men don't like, they deal with enough difficulties in their life. They feel that the woman should be the asset, right? So, don't just be his piece. That's all it is. If really what men want, no matter what, whether he's cheating or not, what the most important thing is peace.
What, Mike?
It's peace.
The
man wants to cheat because he's not peaceful. He ain't got no peace at his own house. He paying all the bills and he ain't got no peace.
We're not saying it's right.
No, not at all.
But
not at
women,
all. Not at all. Not at all.
I'm telling y'all, I'm a high value. Mike is a high valued. We're high valued men. I'm keeping it honest with you. Don't bring no drama to the relationship. Men don't like that shit. Do not bring it. And then don't get too comfortable when you married. I'm just gonna be sloppy as fuck. And okay, cool. Hey, I'm gonna just say this. Look, some of these women are not my women. So you could come in. You could have your body any kind of way. Let me take that back. I know the woman I married. Look, hey, I'm telling you right. Hey,
keep it right.
I already made that known from the beginning. I don't like women who don't stay in shape. I don't like that. I don't like certain types of women. I ain't saying you got to have a 6-pack, because I damn sure ain't got one. But at the same time, I need you to stay in shape and keep my horniness going, to keep my physical attraction going.
Yeah.
That's how I work. When I get off work, damn, she got them tights on, about to tear her ass up when the kids go to school.
It's called SMV.
I need to have that in my mindset.
That sexual market value needs to be up.
Facts.
It needs to be high, and that's with fitness and taking care of yourself and letting us know you value your physical being. So
facts.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Listen, women, I love you all. Shout out to everybody that's watching live. Shout out to everybody, of course, that's following the movement.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Mentourme. If you guys want to sponsor the movement, it's a blessing. It's only $4 or $10. Get on Spotify. Sponsor the movement to keep this thing flowing. Appreciate all the love. Harry, I will be having you next Monday or Tuesday on my financial Monday or Tuesday nights. I want to have a great conversation. Every Thursday night we have relationship topics. Next week topic is I get it. You're pretty. I get it. You bad. I get it. You framed up. You a baddie.
Pretty privilege.
But you're not a dime, baby. You bad, but you're not a dime. Mentourme.com is mobile for Mentourme. Appreciate the painful truth. Shout out to Mike the Advisor. Appreciate you coming on, tuning in tonight, and of course, giving you great wisdom. I hope to have more time with you on our forwarded shows. This is your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com. Like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That means a lot. I love you all. I want you all to have a great night. One God. Mentourme.com.
All right, y'all.